Hi everyone, this is K and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm working on a 2013 Lincoln MKX. And on this one, this has a blown head gasket. So I'm gonna have to replace the motor on it. So this is what happened. The coolant is going inside the motor. And if you look down here, this is a mixture of coolant and oil. That's not good. So the motor is gone. I mean, it drives okay, but it runs very rough. And the best option is to replace the motor. So when you look on the oil dipstick also, you could see the mixture of oil and coolant. That looks like a hot chocolate or coffee with a milk. This is the oil right here that I just drained from the engine. And this is how it looks. It's supposed to be like black, like a dirty oil, but this is how it looks. So if you want some coffee, I got you. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and replace the motor on this one. So stay with me and let's do this. So to start off this job, you're gonna have to take the front end off. The bumper, the headlight, the headlight can stay, but you're gonna have to take the front bumper, the radiator support, the AC condenser, everything from the front, so you can get more access and more space to work with. Okay, so now the front end is out. I took everything in the front because this is the exact way this job is supposed to be done. You take the front ends off so you can get direct access to the motor. Now what you're seeing right now is the engine and the transmission. The engine is on the left. From my direction, the engine is on the left, the transmission is on the right. But when you're facing the car the other way, the engine is going to be on your right and the transmission is on your left. So now the next step is to take all the wire harness out of my way and also take the intake manifold off so I can get access to the wires in the back. Then I'll start working on the motor. All right, so it's work in progress. We're getting there, slow but sure. Okay, so now all the wire harness is out. As you can see, I took the intake manifold out and I took all the wire harness in the back of the intake manifold. So the next step is I'm gonna bring the car up and take the exhaust manifold out from the bottom and also from the front, and also this I'm gonna drop both the engine and the transmission so I can separate the transmission outside and put the new motor attached to it. So, and also I'm gonna take the axles on both ends and also the long drive shaft, because this is all-wheel drive. So I'm gonna take the drive shaft also out, and we'll take it from there. Yeah, so far so good. We're on the good side, so let's do it. Okay, so now I took the intake manifold out, the front and the rear one. So now the engine is ready to come up. Like I said, it's coming out with the transmission together. So I'm going to take both the transmission and the motor out so I can separate the transmission from the motor and put the new motor on. All right, so stay with me, don't go nowhere. Okay, now so the motor is out. The next step is to take it apart. Take the transmission apart from the motor so I can put the new motor on. So I'm gonna have to take the exhaust manifold on both sides out, take the differential out, and then separate the transmission. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. This is gonna be quick. All right, let's do this. Okay, so now the exhaust manifold on both sides is out, and also the accessories on the front, that is the power steering, the AC, and also the alternator is out as well. And on this side I took the differential. That's the differential right there. That's a small one. So I took the differential out also. And right now it's only the transmission and the motor, so I'm gonna have to lift it a little bit up so I can get a torque converter bolt out. The torque converter bolt is only 3, so I got to take it from underneath. So I'm gonna have to lift it up a little, take the torque converter bolt out, then I can separate the transmission and take the motor out. All right, so let's do it. Okay, now so the motor is out. This is the motor where I separated from the transmission. So this is where it was attached to the transmission. That's the flying wheel right there. So, and that's the transmission. The transmission is good, so I'm gonna use it back. I'm just gonna have to clean it a little bit. And there was a little oil spillage on the ground, so you could see that I put a speedy dry just to dry it up. And this is the new model. So this is the new model. I'm gonna have to get it ready and get it going. It looks clean though. Yeah, so no time to waste, let's get it. Okay, so now the new model is ready and all set to go in. You can see it's dancing right there. Okay, now so the motor is attached to the transmission. So the next step now is to put all the accessories back together and also put the differential back on the transmission, and the exhaust manifold on both sides, also put it back together. Then I can put the motor back in the car. So it's work in progress. We're getting there. As you can see, everything is looking excellent. So I'm gonna start putting everything back together right now. Okay, let's go. Okay, so finally the motor is ready to go in. As you can see, everything is attached. The exhaust manifold, the differential, the water power steering pump, AC compressor, alternator, everything that's supposed to go in is on right now. So at this point I can say it is ready to go inside the car. So that's gonna be my next step. It's looking nice and beautiful. Okay, let's go. Okay, so now the motor is in and it's tight. So the next step now is put all the wire harness, plug all the wire harness, and also put the intake manifold on. And I'll go underneath the car, put the exhaust manifold also. Then I just started putting the front back together. The job is almost done. So now I'm gonna say we're 70% done. So we're getting there. Okay, so now all the wire harness is plugged in, and also in the bottom the exhaust is connected to the exhaust manifold. So over here we all set. So the next step is I'm gonna have to put the CV axles on both sides in, and also start putting the fronts back together. Then the job is done. All right, so stay tuned with me, don't go nowhere. I got you. Okay, so now finally the job is done, and the next step is I'm gonna put oil and start the car. So what I do is, normally when I do an engine job, I first put a regular oil, start the car, leave it running for like 30 minutes to clean the pistons and everything. Then I drain it, and then I put the synthetic oil in it. So I'm gonna first put the regular oil in the coolant, start the car, leave it running for a little bit, then I'm gonna change it to the synthetic oil. So we're good, we're on the good side. Everything looking good. So let's do this. Okay, now, so this is the moment of truth. Everything is done right now. Oil is checked, the coolant is checked, power steering fluid is checked, the battery is charged. So next thing is to start the car. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully start one time. I know it's gonna start. Anyways, I'm just kidding. All right, so I'm riding the car right now. Let's go ahead and hit the button. Oh my God. One time. This noise is just the power steering. It's gonna go away when the pump gets the oil. So let's go see how the car is running. Okay. So far, it's running okay. I don't see any sign of misfiring. So I'm gonna lift the car up and check underneath for any leakage, just to make sure, you know. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Peace.